close your eyes for a second and step into this world, let me tell you a story about a man who didn't steal money, didn't rob a bank, and didn't hurt anyone. He stole time, but not from the past, not from the present. He borrowed it from tomorrow. It all began on a Tuesday. Nothing special about that day. Gray sky, cold coffee, an inbox full of unread emails. Ethan Cole, 32 years old, lived alone in a one-bedroom apartment in Chicago. No pets, no plants, no dreams he still believed in. That morning, a letter slid under his door. Not email, not messaged, a physical letter, cream-colored paper, no stamp, no return address. Just his name, written in his own handwriting. That should have been the first warning. Inside, just one sentence. You have been approved to borrow 24 hours from your future. At the bottom, tonight, 11:59 p.m. Decide. Ethan laughed out loud because when life disappoints you long enough, your brain treats miracles like jokes. He tossed the letter on the table and went to work. At exactly 11:59 p.m., Ethan was lying in bed, scrolling through his phone. Bills, missed calls, motivational quotes that felt more like insults. Then the world stopped. Not slowly, instantly. The fan froze mid-spin, the city noise vanished. Even the blinking cursor on his phone froze in place. Time had paused, and then there was a knock. 3 slow knocks from inside his apartment. Ethan sat up, heart racing. The door opened and a man stepped in. Same height, same face, older eyes. On his wrist, a watch that ticked louder than anything Ethan had ever heard. I don't have much time, the man said. I'm you, 10 years from now. They sat across from each other. Future Ethan was calm, successful, tired in a way sleep couldn't fix. I'm here because you're about to make the most expensive decision of your life, he said. You can borrow 24 hours from your future. Use it now. Money, fame, knowledge, opportunity. Ethan swallowed hard. What's the cost? Future Ethan tapped the watch. When you borrow time, your future shortens. One day borrowed now is one day deleted later. No extensions, no refunds. But he added, most people never use their future wisely anyway. That line stuck with Ethan. He thought about his job, his debt, his empty weekends. One day, he said, I'll take one day. Future Ethan smiled. That's how it starts. When time resumed, Ethan woke up inside tomorrow, but this wasn't a normal tomorrow. Everything felt sharper. His mind was clearer. Thoughts connected with perfect precision. Words flowed with newfound confidence. He walked into a cafe and anticipated the barista's question before she even spoke. He invested money he didn't have and watched as the numbers climbed higher and higher. By nightfall, he had earned more in a single day than he had in the past 3 years. And as midnight struck, that borrowed day vanished, leaving Ethan back in his bed, but with a real bank balance and real power. And from that moment on, Ethan found himself drawn to borrow more time. Each borrowed day made him sharper, more powerful, and more admired. He spoke on grand stages, closed deals that seemed impossible, and predicted trends before they even emerged. People hailed him as a genius, but they never knew the cost he was paying. As the years passed, Ethan became rich, famous, and respected, but something changed within him. Mirrors felt unfamiliar, photographs seemed off, and then one morning, he woke up older. Not just emotionally, but physically. Gray hair, wrinkled hands, and the watch on his wrist ticking louder than ever. And so the future Ethan returned, but this time he was younger, healthier. He told Ethan, you've borrowed 11 years. We're running out of tomorrows. Panic set in, and Ethan realized that he had lived too fast, not wisely. The borrowed time hadn't vanished. It had simply been waiting, and now the debt had to be paid. In the end, Ethan was given one final choice. Borrow one last day, not for success, but to return to the beginning, to have real time, earned and genuine. And so Ethan chose. He let go of the shortcuts and embraced the slow, honest passage of time. And that's how Ethan found peace, not through fame or wealth, but through the real luxury of time well lived.